All right, so in the section 1.9, we talked about estimating roots, and we made sure that we looked at our list of perfect squares when it was a square root problem, and a list of perfect cubes when it was a perfect cube. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to look at 38 and find where 38 falls between on our perfect squares list. 38 falls between the square root of 36 and the square root of 49. So I'm going to write that here, the square root of 36 and the square root of 49. Now, I want to write this in between two integers so that I can make a better estimation, okay? 36, the square root of 36 is 6, the square root of 49 is 7. So I know that the square root of 38 falls between the numbers 6 and 7. I'm just writing it fancy with these inequality symbols. Now, the last thing you have to say is 38 closer to 36, or is 38 closer to 49? Because 38 is closer to 36 on a number line, our estimation is 6. Okay. If we take a look at the cube root of 80, we want to make sure that we're also looking at the perfect cubes. Okay, so I can say that 80 falls between 64 and 125. So 80 falls between the cube root of 64 and the cube root of 125. Okay. Now, once again, I'm going to write an inequality because I want to make the best estimation possible. So the cube root of 80 is going to fall in between the cube root of 64, which is 4, and the cube root of 125, which is 5. Now we're going to make our final estimation. Is 80 closer to 64, or is 80 closer to 125? Well, 80 is 16 away from 64 and way more away from 125. So our estimation, the cube root of 64 was 4, is 4. Okay. Lastly, I wanted to do an example of a fraction problem. You treat this the same way. However, the best thing to probably do would be rewrite this as a decimal. So rewriting this as a decimal is going to take you to 7.4. Now, 7.4 on your perfect squares sheet falls between 4 and 9, and so the process is the same. The square root of 4, the square root of 9. We want to write this with an inequality symbol so that I know what numbers it falls between. So this is going to fall between 2. Sorry, let me just rewrite that for you. So the square root of 4 is 2, the square root of 9 is 3, so the square root of 7.4 falls between these two. And what is 7.4 closer to? It's closer to 9, so my estimation is going to be